What is going on, guys? So today I'm coming at you guys with another Lego Star Wars review, and it was going to be a pretty normal review, and then Amazon sent this. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is the Lego Brickheadz Mandalorian and the Child. I don't normally order Brickheadz because I don't really like the look of them as that much. But it is the Mandalorian and I love the show, so I decided to get the Baby Yoda or the Child and the Mandalorian because it's just such a great show. And I ordered this through Amazon and I very much regret it. This box looks absolutely terrible. So they just slipped it into like a bubble wrap, packaging instead of like an actual box. So instead it got all wrecked in the mail and it just looks awful. So I definitely want to get another one of these or just get another box because I definitely like to keep my boxes and this is just the worst. So if you guys are looking to order this set or just buy it anywhere, do not get it off of Amazon. They are just terrible on their service, especially if you just order it one single set. I think if you order maybe a few more things along with it, they might ship it into a big box. But I ordered this on its own, so it came on its own, and it was a terrible, terrible experience. But as you guys can see, you can still see the box. You got the Mandalorian, on the side here with the child. It's actually a shot from the show, so that looks actually really cool. But yeah, I definitely wish my box was in much better condition. But you guys can see what it is. I'm going to open it up here. I'll build it up, and I'll show you guys what we all got. Alright, so normally I would open this pretty carefully. I might even use a normal knife here to get this off with the punch tab because I don't like using them, but I don't honestly care anymore. So let's just go ahead and pull out the contents. So just a few bags. They're actually numbered, it looks like. So you got one bag here, or two number 1 bags, and then two number 2 bags. You got 2 instructions, probably for the Mando and the Child, so pretty cool there. And then, yeah, that's about it. So let's go ahead and build this, and then I'll show you guys what we all got. Alright guys, so besides my horrendous box situation, these are 2 absolutely amazing Brickheadz, and I actually haven't even bought a Lego Brickheadz since the Iron Man one, like one of the first ones, and because I just don't really like them too much, but I really love the Mandalorian, and I just had to get this, the Baby Yoda, or the Child, and the Mandalorian. I just needed it. It looked really, really cool, and I actually really like how they, managed to design some of these. Alright, so the Mandalorian in this one looks really cool. There's actually one build feature in this that I actually really like how they managed to do it. So he is on this Lego base plate right here that he just stands on. He can actually come off if his legs will probably pop off, but all you guys can see, you can put his legs in right here and make him stand. As we go on the front here, let's just look at the front real quick. I actually really like how they did the design of his helmet. I really like some of the slopes they decided to do, and in the blocky form that this is in, it actually looks really, really well done. I like how they managed the slopes here on the top. They got like 4 slopes, and they got 2 slopes kind of going up that way right there as well. And these 2 triangle pieces right here are printed, and there's not too many printed pieces in this set, or in this build, but there's just a few to add a few more details, so that definitely is printed. But in that same spot is the build feature that I actually really, really love. So there's 2 pieces right here that hold these 2 triangles in place for the helmet that are actually not built in. They're not actually connected to the build. They're actually just kind of placed in, and then they have something built over it to secure it in there. But that is technically not locked in. You can see me moving it a little bit, but I really love how they did that. It's just a very unique type of building, so it's still secure in there, but it's not actually built onto the actual build. So I thought that was pretty cool. Moving on to his torso here, you got like the brown and the tan, resembling his design earlier in the season before he got his Beskar armor, full Beskar armor. He's got the brown right there for his chest plate and his belt right here. He's got some binoculars right here, and then there's like the center of his belt right there, and then the brown belt. It kind of goes across the body here, but really cool front design. I really love how that went. Let's move on to the right side here of the Mandalorian. So he does have 1 strip of blue here on this tan. It's part of like his shoulder or hand. It's just kind of like his arm and hand right here all in one. So it's just kind of that square blocky design that these Brickheadz show. But that's like one of the other printed pieces in this set. He does have like a blaster here. You can kind of take it off if you wish. You can just kind of clip in the blaster, and it's a pretty simple build actually for his blaster. So nice to see that. Now we do got a few more here. It's like lightsaber hilts that are just kind of placed down below, and I really love how this is done as well. It just adds more detail to his helmet. He's got like the curved little tiles right here on the top, some more lighter gray right here. He's got a little tile with a stud right here just to add a little bit more detail to that whole entire helmet there. And I just really love how they did that, especially for how, you know, blocky these Brickheadz are. We'll move on to the back. You got that grill type piece right here. I got two of them right there. It kind of represents the back of the helmet. If you ever see like the Mandalorian helmets, they do have that design just kind of showing in the back there. For like every single Mando helmet, you'll probably see that. So pretty cool to see that. On the back, you also do get a different version of his weapon. This is the weapon you see that he uses in the show. The actual version they gave him in the sets is a little bit different, but this is, you know, like bigger to represent it, you know, matching in size with the Brickheadz here. But on the back, you can see there's like this separate section here to hold that off. So if you actually just take that off right now, you can see the cape that they put in there. So the cape is all in black pieces right here, and they actually have like two separate pieces built on each side right here. So this will be one side right here, one side right here. It's separate, so you just put that on, and then they have it built off right here with some black slopes right here, just to kind of give that sloping look of the cape on his back. A bit more of a randomized design here on the bottom of the cape there, so it's just kind of, you know, a little bit rough looking, but it's just to kind of give it that wavy look to the cape that, you know, the Mandalorian has. So really cool to see that. But again, you can just clip this in here, and there you guys, his iconic weapon. On the other side, you got his similar design, the same design here that you saw on the other side. So it just completely, it copies that over from there. So this whole side of the helmet essentially looks the same. On this side, his hand is down, so it's not facing up to hold the blaster. So this is kind of off to the side there. His boot here, you got like a brown or 1x1 plate right there, just kind of put onto the side. On the front, you can see like a tan and brown, like tooth looking piece that they kind of put, kind of overlapping part of his legs right underneath there. You can kind of see that. And so if you take the Mandalorian actually off the plate here, it might be a little bit difficult. His legs might pop off, but you can kind of see underneath. There's not a whole lot there, but you do got like this plate underneath there with the curve on the one end. But that's about it, really. It's not a whole lot underneath. Let's move on to Baby Yoda. All right, and here is the star of the show. Yes, I know a lot of people are going to be buying it just for this one alone. I personally love both of them just equally. They're just so amazing. But this one is definitely, I would say, the star of the show for many people. And this is Baby Yoda, or the child they are currently calling him. They do have a Lego minifigure, or, you know, like a little baby figure coming in the Razor Crest later this year. But right now, this is what we got, the Lego Brickheadz. So let's actually go ahead. He does have his little carriage thing here that he floats around in with the Mandalorian, which is pretty cool. I really love the design. They even have clear bricks here underneath to make it look like it's hovering. So I really love that as well. But let's go ahead and take the child out real quick and take a look at his carriage. You can take him out, of course. You do got some tiles down there with some plates and some studs in there, just a few, just to kind of lock him in place, but easy enough to take him out too. And I really love the design of this in general. I really love the yellowish and the white. It's just such a cool, unique design that they came up with, and I think it looks great. I really, really love that they included this. I definitely think they could have just put this in, and people still would have bought it, but I'm really glad that they ended up making his entire, you know, thing here. So it's mainly just like white, brown, some tan and yellow, but overall really, really well designed. So there's some slopes here on the back, some like curved, you know, pieces in here as well, just to kind of give it that, you know, circular type of look. And in the show, of course, this could overlap, you know, this could go over the child, but of course it's not going to do that, but it does resemble it when it's open. I got some slopes here in the back as well. There's actually two like big slope pieces here on the bottom that kind of hold it all together, so it's like the base of it, so you can kind of see it does kind of run across. There's two of them here. Moving on to the child himself. I love this thing. Honestly, Brickheadz were made to have Baby Yoda. They just were. I think the eyes that they use for a lot of the Brickheadz fit Baby Yoda so well. That cute look that they kind of give the eyes there with the prints inside there. It just looks so perfect. It looks so amazing. I mean, the simplicity here, it looks great. It actually really, really looks great. Looking at the front here, you got his two little arms or hands sticking out here of his little outfit here. Just two little clip pieces that they put in there. You got like the sandish green here for Baby Yoda, and then the tan, dark tan. On the front here, you got one big tile here, one 2x6 tile right here on front. Around his eyes here, you got three different Lego plates. So you got two plates right here with the stud in the center. Then you got the one green plate right here, 1x2 plate, and it just kind of holds his eyes in place. And again, those eyes fit perfectly for Baby Yoda here. Moving on to the side, of course, there's not too much else to look at. It's just kind of blocked off right here. You got, you know, this little slope here just to represent his arm, and this design right here kind of going around his hood part of his outfit right here. And then you got his sticking out ear right here. Is these pieces are literally perfect for this character, by the way. They look so amazing, and you can actually change it up just a little bit. I'll show you guys that at the end. On the back, there's not a whole lot, so it's all tiled off on the back. And on the other side, it's literally the exact same as the other one, just flipped. And with his ears, now let's go ahead and look at his ears. Right now, it looks like he's pretty happy. You know, he's going along, he's all happy. But on the box, they actually do show an alternate thing you can do with the child. And you can go ahead and flip his ears, and he's a little bit more sad. So yeah, you can do that with the ears, and then that's about it, really. The child, there's not a whole lot to this build. It's very small, it's not too big. But if you go ahead and put it to a minifigure right here, this is just an Ahsoka minifigure I've had out. It's about, you know, almost the same height of a minifigure, I'd say, but it's, you know, of course, much bigger. But it's around the same height of an actual Lego minifigure, and you know, there's your size comparison. It's a much smaller Brickheadz. Alright, so overall, guys, I so recommend these two. Mandalorian Brickheadz. These are coming out August 1st in the United States, and I think pretty much everywhere. So they're coming out real soon. Amazon shipped them out early in a damaged box. I think these are great if you're big fans of the Mandalorian TV series. Even if you don't like Brickheadz that much like me, I definitely recommend picking them up either way, because I don't know, I think that Baby Yoda Brickheadz alone is so worth it. It is so well done. And so is the Mandalorian. There's some cool building techniques in there that I just really like how they did that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of mine, and I will see you guys in my next video.